the experience of playing the point guard position is by getting him.
Nice pass from
Yeah.
Kyle O'Quinn.
Oh, KP.
KP is down and holding his knee.
Oh, he's crying too.
Ooh.
Down and holding his
Shoot.
knee.
It
I
doesn't
think
look
he's
like.
moving it either. It's bad.
Oh man,
Yep.
I hope that was just like his knee hit another guy's knee because that's
Or
a
the
lot
floor.
better than that's a lot better than him
Torn
just
ligament.
going down awkwardly.
There's a lot of context, so I'm guessing that's what it was. All right.
He looks like he's in a lot of pain.
His face is super red. Cantor, he looks real upset. Well,
All right,
Cantor's
here's
crying
the replay.
too.
Here's the replay.
Okay, so
Hey, Jam.
yeah, it looked like he stepped on Greek Freak's foot
That's the leg he landed on. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
on the foot, right?
He landed on the foot. That's not good.
No,
That's not. That's
usually
not
that
good.
messes up the ankle more. But when you're a big guy, you're susceptible to knee
Yeah,
problems.
and he's not putting any weight on it.
Tiny bit of weight.
That's not good. That's really not good.
Probably shouldn't. Yeah.
All right. Well, embrace the tank because
He might be back this game. We don't know.
it. I don't know, man. That was
He might be back
those
this
injuries
game. We
are
don't know.
Real scary because he had all his weight coming down on that left leg,
Yeah,
and
Almost looked like the
he landed
Cousins.
real awkwardly on Giannis's foot and immediately went down and was holding his knee. That tells me that's a torn ligament.
hopefully not.
I'm not a doctor though, so
I just play one on TV.
yeah,
On the podcast. I just play one on the podcast.
yeah. Oh,
But
God,
what were we?
That hurt my soul a little bit.
Yeah. And again, the Cantor looked visibly shaken by that injury, right?
Yep.
You saw his face. It looked
He
pained.
looked real worried.
That's what I like to see.
No one knows at this point what's going on. We're not going to know for a while. I hope it's minor.
Yeah.
Really hope it's minor.
Yeah. I hope it's minor as well, obviously. But what were we talking about before that injury? Do you remember?
Not sure.
Can't be too important. Let's see. We had talked about the possibility of trading. So we were talking about defense and all of that. We have a player on the bench that I don't want to see come in necessarily, who does play defense. It's not great defense, but it's good enough, and that's Joakim Noah.
Yeah, I mean, right now, the Knicks and him are just not even talking, I don't think, unless there's been an update.
Just sitting on the couch collecting a check.
Yeah,
He's glorified
he's
welfare.
not even suiting up, yeah.
It's glorified welfare is what it is.
I mean, it's living the dream, if you ask me.
Yeah. They're not looking happy.
I'll take many millions to...
Some dudes in suits are getting up and leaving.
Yeah, oh god, here it is again.
Came down. Oh, his ankle got it too. Ooh.
Yeah, but he immediately went for the knee. That's not good. That's really not good.
No. Well.
Yeah, that's bad.
Oh, okay. I remember what I was saying. The best way, and Chris Canty was saying, I think it was Chris Canty, the best way for Frank Ntilikina to get the experience that he's going to need is by having him on the court the same time as another point guard. Get him and Trey Burke or him and Jarrett Jack on the court at the same time. Because watching it and doing it are different. Let him do it while someone else is doing it the same way. And it can be garbage time. You're up or down by 30. Who cares? Play 2 point guards. What's it going to hurt?
Right.
Right. So I think that was a smart suggestion. Let him play the same time another point guard is playing. So I'm hoping that someday maybe we'll see him and Trey Burke or him and hopefully not Jarrett Jack on the court at the same time. This is really getting to you, isn't it?
I think it's an ACL.
As long
Based
as,
on his reaction and how he went down. And I'm looking at Twitter and someone saying that's exactly how I reacted when I tore my ACL.
yeah, but I
That
mean,
was
like,
awkward.
do you want me to see if I can turn on closed captioning?
God.
Because we have it on silent.
Nah, they're not going to know anything.
Yeah, that sucks. KP
And
hurt.
I blame LeBron for this because he was on LeBron's All-Star team, and that's a known curse. It's been happening with the All-Star game since they started doing this picking stuff. So I blame LeBron.
When is the All-Star game?
A couple of weeks. I think.
Like, shouldn't that happen like middle of the season? You're already 50-some games. You got 30 games left.
It's like 2 weeks from.
I want to say it's coming up real soon because there's just
Oh, yeah.
an announcement about Kevin Love getting replaced
Don't-
by not Gortat, some other name with a G.
Gobert. Rudy Gobert.
I don't think it was Gobert. I could be wrong.
Maybe it's Colbert.
Jesus.
All right, I think
KP, take my knees.
take my
I don't
knees.
need them.
How desperate are you to watch the Knicks win? I would give Kristaps Porzingis my knee.
Oh, I'm heartbroken right now because I really think that is a season ender.
Well, then,
Well,
well, in worst case scenario, the Knicks do the tanking you want them to.
Embrace the tank. Oh my god.
Again, they don't
Not
even
like
need.
this.
They don't even need to tank. They're just not a cohesive team.
Oh god. This is bad.
Do you know what the Knicks could use though? They could use an MVP.
Oh god. Here we go.
In order to be an MVP, you have to have the owners and general managers know just how valuable you are. And of course, Lonzo has that. The Lakers realize just how important Lonzo is, so they've decided they're going to make sure he does not come back before he is completely ready. He is that valuable that they'd rather have a 100% Lonzo than an 80 or 90% Lonzo. They are
Shocker.
waiting for their shining star to come back perfectly healthy and strong enough to hoist that NBA MVP trophy. That is your Lonzo Ball 2017-2018 NBA MVP update.
Didn't the Lakers just get fined like $50,000 for tampering?
Not
From comments regarding Giannis.
not exactly tampering. What Magic Johnson said is that one day he's going to lead the Bucks to an either he's going to lead them to a championship or he's going to hoist the MVP trophy, and that's what it was. He
They
made
got fined $50,000.
$50,000 for that. Yeah,
That doesn't make any sense.
the general manager cannot talk about players on other
okay.
teams.
Wow.
I guess, yeah. Even though he's not saying like, "Oh, come here," you know, if he's talking you up, you know that he's interested. So I guess I could see why they would have a no tolerance because otherwise it's too easy to get past that rule. You know, otherwise the loophole is way too big. So I get it. Even though it sounds crazy at first, I think I get it.
Absolutely. So now we're going to transition into some NFL talk. You guys ready for the NFL?
Yep.
All right. First thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about an article that I had heard talked about earlier. It's from ESPN's Dan Graziano. And what it is it's his 10 bold predictions for next NFL season.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to
predictions?
Do you want to go 1 to 10 or 10 to 1? Because 1 to 10 is like
1 is the most crazy.
no.
Let's go least crazy to most crazy.
Okay, so we're gonna go 1 to 10. This one might sound crazy to you, but hold on. Number 1, free agent quarterback Kirk Cousins signs with the Jets.
I don't see it, but I'm not going to be like, oh, that's terrible. Like, sure, yeah, come on over, Kirk.
Here's what he says. It's a 6-year, $186 million contract with $100 million in guarantees, including $75 million fully guaranteed at signing. The Jets are able to outbid the Browns, Jaguars, and division rival Bills for Cousins, who becomes the highest paid player in NFL history after hitting the market following 2 seasons as Washington's franchise player. He then leads the Jets to a 10-6 record and a wild card playoff spot.
I think that's a little optimistic for his first year in a completely new system, new offensive coordinator. But that being said, I do think the defense is going to take a big step forward next year. And we do have some good offensive weapons. The main area that would need improvement would be the O-line.
And you do have money that you are required to spend.
Yeah, and I would hope that if we sign Kirk, I think, there's no more required to spend after that.
There would be, because I think like next year, like they have to spend like $70 million next year.
Okay.
Or something crazy like that. Maybe I heard wrong, but it sounds like they have to have $75 million spent next year.
Yeah, I would want a really front-loaded contract with Cousins. Try and do as much bonuses that we can to reduce cap hit, but that would be fine. And then sink a good amount into that O-line and see if you can draft a pass rusher and a running back, and all of a sudden you're looking at a team that very well could be very competitive the next few years.
According to Todd McShay, the Jets are going to draft a quarterback, the gunslinger from Wyoming, Josh Allen.
Don't want him.
Why?
Don't like him.
What don't you like about him?
I don't think he's going to be a good NFL quarterback.
Have you watched him play?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do not like him.
I
would much rather have Baker Mayfield.
What?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
I can't take you seriously now.
I would much rather have Baker Mayfield.
Why would you rather have Baker Mayfield?
I just think he's got more tools. He's
he's the luckiest quarterback in college football history.
Luckiest?
Luckiest.
If you do it over and over again, is it still luck?
It is when the rest of your team is that much better than the people you play.
I don't know. I personally am not a huge fan of...
Baker Mayfield is a less talented Johnny Manziel, who had better players around him.
All right. Well, I'll just go ahead and disagree with you there.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't think Josh Allen gets past the Browns at 4.
Who do you think? What do you think it's going to be? Like Darnold, Allen, Mayfield, or?
No, I think 1 is going to be Rosen to the Browns. I think 2 then would be Allen to the Giants. I think Darnold gets drafted by the Jets.
I like Darnold. I'd be fine with that.
I think the Broncos are going to take Mayfield.
Too bad the Bills are like right in the middle of the draft.
No, I don't. I think the Bills are going to try and make a push for like Sam Bradford. That's what I think they would do.
Somebody, like a Keenum or a Bradford sign on.
Have a guy who knows how to play quarterback.
They just have some rumors about Nick Foles even.
I think the Eagles are going to keep Nick Foles
as backup,
at least for
your boy's in Trey Burke.
Oh yeah, he's already hit a 3.
Didn't they say that? Like even if the Foles stays with the Eagles, he'd still be backup.
No, I think the reason they keep Foles is because they're not sure Carson Wentz.
Giving Thon Maker some trouble.
Oh yeah, I don't think Carson Wentz will be fully healthy by the time the season starts. So they need Nick Foles to carry them until Wentz is ready.
Like the first 4 weeks, right?
Yeah, first 6 weeks, something like that. Yeah.
Well,
and then obviously once he's played well, he goes like, let's say he goes 3-1, then his stock just keeps rising, and then you'll have a team that's willing to give you more for him than they probably should. So the smart thing to do would be to keep him and hope that he plays well while your franchise quarterback comes back from an injury.
So much for Bradford.
I would say Brett, maybe Keenum. Or find out who the Vikings are going to get rid of. Oh, here's really quickly. Here's what he said. He's going to be an MVP, a champion. He's going to put Milwaukee on the map. He's going to bring them a championship.
I absolutely agree with him.
That's what Magic said.
He's not used to not being able to talk about basketball.
Right.
Oh, there's a Maker 3.
Yep, and now the game is tied.
Yeah,
really. The game is tied now. The Knicks are just playing all sorts of terrible defense, and again, lack of defense, lack of success. That's.
I just at this point I don't care at all about this